on the topic of paint protection, a lot of people always ask me about PPF versus coating, right? Now, although these two products, they have the same overall function to protect the paintwork of your car, the way they go about it, the type of things that they protect your car from are very, very different. You see, coating is a form of chemical protection. You apply a layer which chemically bonds with your paint, all right? And it protects your car from elements such as UV, such as bird droppings, okay? And it functions to maintain the gloss. In some coatings, it's able to enhance the gloss of your car's paintwork. But the thing is with coating is that it dissipates over time. So after 2 or 3 years, all right, the coating is gone, you probably have to reapply it. Now, coating is not able to protect your car from things like stone chips or scratches. For that, you need to use PPF, paint protection film, which is a physical plastic film, transparent, that we stick over the body of your car, and it offers an actual physical protection against like micro scratches, against things like stone chips. And the latest generation PPFs now mostly have self-healing properties, right? Whereby if let's say you accidentally scratch it, lightly scratch the scratches disappear after a short period of time when you expose the PPF to heat and sunlight. Because of their differing nature, okay, and because of cost reasons, PPF is usually more expensive. So a lot of users, they will, depending on their budget, they will either tend to just go with a coating, or they will just put a PPF. Those who can really afford the best, they will go with both because they want to have the protective nature of the coating to complement with the PPF. Now, but here's one thing though, when it comes to PPF, right, the one thing that you have to be very careful about, because PPF is something physical that you stick onto your car. Because of our tropical heat, the PPF is vulnerable to heat degradation, to oxidation, the film itself, as well as the glue underneath. So it is why it's very important that when you decide to install PPF in your car, you have to invest in a good quality PPF that has high level of oxidation resistance. It tahan from turning yellow. When PPF turn yellow, usually it's not really the film, it's the adhesive underneath, okay? And that's the part that's touching the paint of your car. So just imagine this, the part that's touching the paint of your car, that stick to your car, that thing degrades. It is very likely that there will be spillover damage to your paint, right? So the very thing that you invest thousands of ringgit onto to protect your paint end up damaging your car. So therefore, it is very important that if you decide to put a PPF on your car, and let me just say this first, good PPF, right, costs more than repainting your car. So if you want to put PPF on your car, be sure that you are aware of this, okay? Be sure that you are okay with the fact that you will actually be spending more than what it costs to repaint the car 5-6 years down the road, okay? Now, you can go and find a cheap PPF, all right? And they'll probably look good immediately after installation, but what can happen is that because of the low-grade materials, the film will degrade, the adhesive will degrade very fast, and as a result, 2-3 years down the road, you will have to peel the PPF off, and that leaves residue damage on your paint. And I've encountered cases where the owner actually ended up to repaint the car. So you thought you can save on the PPF instead of repainting, but end up you spend on both. So I believe that PPF is something that is an investment, no doubt. It is a very effective way to protect the paintwork of your car, but it is something that you should insist on going for the very, very best. So today I am here at this shop in Sungai Besi, an outlet for this brand called Stack. And Stack is one of the world's 3 leading brands, the 3 top quality brands for PPF. You can think of them as something as amongst the Rolls-Royce and Bentley stratosphere when it comes to PPF technology. And this is not a new company. So as you can see from this display here, Stack was founded in 1977 in Seattle. Okay, and this is their journey. So, well, they rebranded themselves in 2014. 2015, they launched their range of films called the Dino, certified by ISO. And in 2018, they arrived in Malaysia. The current distributors have a 10-year distributorship agreement with them. Okay, so it means that they'll still be around for quite a while. Here we can see that this range of films are certified by the Skin Cancer Foundation as legitimate protection from sunlight against the dangers of skin cancer. Right, so this is the brand that I've had the chance to be acquainted with today. So besides PPF, Stack is also experts in window films, in tinting. So I'll talk about that in a different video. Today, I'm going to explore, check out their full range of PPF products. So one of the selling points of Stack's PPF is that it is not just a pure PPF. Many owners, after they put the PPF on top, they will put an additional layer of coating for that UV protection to slow down the yellowing of the PPF. Now, there are some films that they have the technology whereby they laminate the coating on top of the film. So it means that the coating is built onto the film, it's layered onto the film for additional protection. Stack here takes that a step even further with a patented process whereby they inject the coating onto the film. So what this means is that compared to films that laminate the coating on top of it, Stack's integrated and injected coating does not disintegrate so easily. And what does this mean? This means that the UV protection that the coating offers on top of the film, on top of the adhesive, lasts longer, and that allows Stack's films. Now, I wouldn't say that it won't yellow, but it resists yellowing significantly better than other films in the market. So this here is their range of paint protection films. There's this Shield Effect, Dino Prism, Dino Matte, Dino Light, Dino Shield, Dino Pure Plus is the highest range. As an indication of the philosophy of this company, right? All these grades of film, they are differentiated only by their thickness and their warranty. The composition of all these films are the same. So it means that they get the same proprietary injected coating technology that makes the film resilient against yellowing. But this is not the only trick it has. Look at this. This is a special range of films just for the headlights. So you have Dino Fancy, a slightly darkened shade, Dino Shadow. So these are all colored or transparent. So there are 4 different colors. But wait, there's more. Look at this. Color PPF. They only have these few selections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 colors available. Think of it as a wrap plus PPF in one. Okay, so you can say, what's the difference between wrap and this? Basically, your wrap does not have self-healing property. Your wrap does not have a layer of coating injected onto it. Your wrap does not resist yellowing. This one does. And what's more, now I cannot mention the name of the manufacturers, but I've been told that each of these colors, their color code is taken exactly the same as the factory colors of certain manufacturers. So this is called Dino Red. Apparently, I'm told this is a very iconic red. Okay, this is also a very famous gray, and this blue. So these are actual manufacturer colors that's offered in as a colored PPF. Cool, right? But wait, there's even more. Look at this. They even have forged carbon pattern, carbon metal pattern. All right, all these patterns. This is actual PPF with the same protective properties as per their regular film, but with either patterns or with color. Now, as an added indication as to how seriously this brand takes their PPF, on top of their PPF, they also produce their own cleaning products that is dedicated, that is formulated to specially treat, clean, and maintain these PPFs in order for them to continue performing at the highest level. So these complete range of chemicals are available at all the stack outlets for the detailers to use to perform maintenance of the films to ensure that they continue to perform at the highest level. One of the most important lessons that I learned in my brief journey of entrepreneurship is that a key ingredient of a successful business is not how much it costs to start, but whether you can afford to keep the lights on every month. So, for newbie entrepreneurs, myself included, it is therefore essential that whatever business that we venture in, it should be one where the monthly operating cost is as low as possible. And I have just found one such business. Now, let me disclaim, I am not promoting an investment. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is an opportunity to build a business. You do the work today in order to be paid perpetually in the future. Now, there's no guarantee of success, but you are looking at a business where your best case scenario is hitting 5-figure months within a year. Your worst case scenario, you earn nothing, but without burning money every month. So, this is a business model made for regular people. Not everybody is suitable for it. So, if you are ready to embark on a project that will change your life, change the way you make money, I invite you to fill up a form in the description section below and we'll be in touch. I'm looking for 3 candidates from across Malaysia and Singapore to launch a new team this month. And with any luck, you and I can be business partners soon. And now, back to the video. Okay, so here I am witnessing the installation of Stax films on this brand new Toyota Harrier. This is brand new from UMW Toyota. It's not a recon car, so this is fresh from the factory. You see the wheels are covered, the engine is covered. They are getting the car prepped to have the PPF first installed on the bonnet. Now, why are they covering the engine? It is because after this, they're going to wash the bonnet, clean. Now, the car's already been washed and polished once already, but now pre-installation, they're going to do another washing just to ensure that everything is clean before the PPF is installed. So this is the film. They're putting it on the bonnet, on the surface, just to get the dimensions, the fitment right. And they're getting ready to cut the film. Now, as you can see, surface preparation is very important. There's a lot of repeated washing of the surface to ensure that it is absolutely 100% clean. Right? And that's the film there, the PPF there, getting ready to come off. Right, now he's spraying the shampoo on the surface. So he's drying the surface. You see, not with cloth, but with the scraper. Rubber or a silicone surface? Silicone. Rubber also will scratch this. Silicone is safe. Okay. The idea is that you want the surface to be really clean before you put the PPF on. Workmanship, meticulousness, care is extremely important in installation of a PPF. Getting a good PPF is just half the better one. The other half the better is getting the good installer. So whilst we are waiting for them to prep the surface, I just want to share with you a story I encountered before last time, right? When I first started running the car wash, there was this Ferrari that came in and there was a handprint on the bonnet that for whatever reason just resisted our attempts to clean it. And later what we saw was that the handprint was under the PPF. Haha, hebat or not? So as you can see, it is very, very important that the people that you entrust to install the PPF on your car are people that hold themselves to extremely high standards of workmanship. Okay, so just now you saw Sunfu to dry the thing, right? Now we spray the shampoo another time. But this time he's not drying it. Why? So the first time around when he sprayed the shampoo and he dried it off is to totally remove all the dirt from the surface. Now, the second time around, he sprayed this on a clean surface and he's also spraying the shampoo over the PPF there. Oh. This is an ASMR section. So now they are putting the PPF on. See, one of the important elements when putting the PPF is to ensure that there is tension on the surface of the PPF. This allows the PPF to have its maximum strength. See, now he's spraying another round of shampoo on top. This is to ensure that all the surfaces are smooth so that they can push out the bubbles from underneath, which is the trickiest part of the operation. It's a two-person job. Recently, one of our team members actually went for training for PPF installation, and what we learned is that whoever that you appoint, that a detailer appoints at their shop for PPF installation has to be dedicated to the task. Means that that person, once you designate him to do PPF, right, that person cannot be responsible for washing car, cannot be responsible for vacuuming the interior and all that. That person must be dedicated for PPF work because such is the high level of precision and consistency, right? That the person has to be 100% focused on the task in order to deliver the quality of work that's needed. This is just the start. You can see they're trying to introduce the tension on the film. Okay, they're pulling the film from all the four corners, trying to get the maximum tension on the surface. Now, that's why when you say when you see a lot of shops when they do the PPF installation, there's a lot of pulling work. They're trying to pull the film to have the surface tension so that it really adheres perfectly to the surface of the car and also have maximum strength in its protection. Wow, look at this. This is so satisfying, man. You see here, this is all kedar, right? The moment he's sweep, now it sticks perfectly. It's sticking perfectly. Okay, look at this. I really have to say, I look here, right? It's as if the PPF is not there. Okay. Right, so you see here, there's a little bubble here that he's trying to scrape out, he's trying to push out. So now you see here, right, this whole thing is an air bubble. Now let's look at this Sifu, how he push it all out. Damn amazing, man. Such a satisfying sight to behold. Look at this. Okay, earlier we saw there was the bubble here. Now it's like it's not there. Okay, now one of the challenges with installing PPF also is that you see all these lines here, okay, they create additional challenges for the installer because you see when on a relatively flat surface, the thickness of the PPF remains consistent. But over here, especially at the peak, that's where the PPF sort of thins slightly here. You know, there's a bit more tension on the surface of the PPF. So one of the unique properties of Stax PPF here is that it has its own layer of coating on top of the PPF. A lot of PPFs out there, you have to apply another layer of coating on top to protect the PPF from UV, but this one was Stax has managed to engineer, inject its own coating onto the PPF. All right, this feature, okay, makes Stax PPF significantly more resistant to yellowing compared to other PPF brands in the market. Okay, so right now we are witnessing one of the most critical steps of the PPF installation process, which is the cutting of the film to precisely fit the panel. And this step needs to be repeated with each individual panel. Now, depending on the installer, some shops will either have a computer programmed machine to cut the film exactly to fit the panel. Some shops like this one use the expertise of their master to precisely hand cut the PPF. Now, both this approach have their pros and cons, but with machine cutting, what you get is you get greater consistency. But a lot of the older machines, where they're limited at is that you get consistency, but there also needs to be a certain margin. Whereas when the human does the cutting, it's a bit more time consuming, but the human is able to make certain compensations to the cutting that a machine will not be able to process. Okay, so also one of the other considerations is that some owners prefer to have this excess film here, so that after the film is stick on, they can fold the film back inside to give a more seamless finish. Whereas with a machine cut PPF, a lot of times the film, okay, actually ends as close as possible to the edge, right? So it means that the edge of the PPF is exposed. With the folding method, the edge of the PPF is concealed. It gives a more seamless appearance. Okay, so now he's doing the interior tidying up. Look at this. So he's folding the PPF in. Earlier, he has already gotten the PPF to adhere to the edge of the panel. Now it's getting folded inside. Now, there's no 100% perfect PPF installation, but as I've said, this is my favorite method. This is my preferred method when it comes to installing PPF, because it really gives the car a seamless appearance, and it reduces the likelihood of deterioration of the PPF from the side. So right here we can see the installer is trimming the edges of the PPF to ensure what we would call a seamless finish. Okay, and as we look closely, some of the really good installers, you will actually struggle even to train eyes like us to tell where the PPF ends. This is the hallmark of a really skilled installer, where where at first glance you can't really tell that the car has been protected by a PPF. So this is the reason why PPF installation is such a costly process, because not only for the materials, you are really paying for the meticulous handcraft of the installers, right? So if you want to install PPF in your car, I would suggest that you do not compromise on the quality of either the installer or the film. Okay, so I hope you've learned something new, something useful, gotten value out of today's video. And if you need any further advice or consultation with regards to paint protection, you can always contact the Vigo Auto Spa team. We have a full range of solutions for you. And in fact, we are partnered with this outlet here to provide PPF installation if you do need it. So get in touch with us and we will help you set your car up for the best protection that you can get.